tvé malinké pradětě,
moji malí princi.
Stačilo posunout šikry o několik kroků.
A dívá se na zůbrak. Děkuji všetky sachtěrou. Poté se šikr. Jednou jsem viděl slunce zapadat. Slyšel asi 1000krát.
Když je člověku smutno, má rád západy slunce. Tedy ten, ty jsi viděl západ,
Slyšel asi
1000krát.
Zeptal jsem se.
Proč je tolik smutno? Ale malý princ neodpověděl.
Dear Debbie, when last I wrote to you, the air was just turning to summer. I remember the hopeful optimism we had all those months ago, that we'd see each other by the time summer was over. But now the heat has nearly come and gone, and things on my planet have stayed much the same. Still though, the fact that we've made it this far means we're one season closer to being together. And as weird as it is, this summer with you, without you, has been one of the best summers of my life.
Dear Houston, on my planet, it's nearly autumn, and life for everyone, including me, has shifted a lot. Because of the harsh shutdown, people in Czech Republic were able to regather sooner than others. And I finally seen our joy in community emerge again. These days, there is less fear in the eyes of the people I pass on the street, even if there remains much uncertainty.
Quarantine is over here too, but masks are all around. At least they should be. For better or worse, I've found myself becoming increasingly judgmental of those without them. Partly because I want to keep my grandma safe, and partly because the longer my planet pretends there's no problem, the longer it'll be until I see you. Now that the world has pressed play again, I'm back to work. But luckily it's just with my dad, so things aren't too risky.
Get back to work!
Meanwhile, I started to work as a barista in a coffee shop in our town. My grandpa always says, work is what matters to me. It's like an engine in life that helps us to flourish, not just materially, but as full human beings. And it feels good to learn new skill. It's true. Freedom in creativity and form in schedules helped to drive me forward and learn this new skill. And I can't wait to prepare you a good cup of coffee when you come.
You know I don't drink coffee, right?
Well, you better learn, mister, because by the time you arrive, I might be a master in latte art.
It's been a strange summer, but my family still got to visit our favorite place for a few short days. My family has been coming to Wrightsville Beach since long before I was born. I know this little town like the back of my hand, and ever since I was a kid, I always dreamed about coming back with the girl that I loved and showing her the things that meant the most to me. This is the Causeway Cafe bike. My sister and I have been taking photos every year on this bike since she was born. Now it's old and rusty, and now it sits outside the town museum, but we keep going back. Someday I'll go back and take photos with you. This is my Aunt Sarah Ann's house. She's passed away now, and her home is old and musty and dated. The frayed shag carpet where I used to curl up and fall asleep. The old wood-paneled walls. The chairs at the breakfast bar that squeak. The statues of old sailors and pelicans. The frog where we would hide the spare key. When I was a kid, this was one of my favorite places in the world. I think it probably still is. If I was going to take you anywhere, though, I'd take you outside to the dock by the marsh. I've said many prayers on this dock. I've tried and failed to cast many nets and fishing lines. I've finished many Harry Potter books and Hunger Games, too. Now I just stand here, having many thoughts of you.
There is a place near Třeboň where we go with other families from our church every year. It's a blooming and quiet sanctuary where one can rest their mind, soul, and body. In the morning, we have a program for kids, and every evening we gather by the fireplace to share our food and experiences from the past year. It's always good to know that whatever happens in the passing seasons, you'll always have June to meet by the fire and talk about it. Last year, we were on a mission with kids in canoes to discover America, one of the local islands. I'm still searching for it, I think. This pier is my favorite place. I've read many books here and prayed while stargazing at night. 1 year ago, I sat here wondering what would happen to me next because my life was so broken. This year, I read less books, played less games, and even thought about myself less. I'm sure you know the reason.
It's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although vacation by the lake is always the highlight of our year, the place where I would take you first is Zuzlin. When my mom was a little girl, she was coming here in nursery, holding the hand of some random kid. When she got older, she was visiting this place, holding hands with my father while pushing a stroller. Every time when my aunt and uncle came from Prague when I was little, our whole family would come here. When I was a kid, this was my biggest place of wonder. Before leaving, always taking pictures by the big gorilla statue and pondering how long it will take till I will be taller than her. These days, we still go there, especially because of my little brother. One day, I will visit this place and hold hands with you.
The last time you and I saw each other, we were on a beach.
I remember, last time we stood by the water, it brought us together. Now, it separates us.
Last month, I was at the ocean's edge again for the first time since being there with you, and all I could think about was that sunset over the water when we both decided we wanted to be together, now 185 days ago. For so long, all I wanted was to time travel back to that spring before the world went crazy. But now, rather than go back to where we were, I think I just wish we could be together where we are today. We met on a planet neither of us call home, a planet between our planets, where everything was new and all the familiar was far away. You've never seen the places I see every day, the places I go every year, the places I hold dear to my heart.
And you've never seen the places dear to mine. But someday, I know we'll share a place together. It won't be mine, and it won't be yours. It will be just ours.
For now, I'm glad we share each other, and we'll always share the same sun.
For now, I'm grateful that together our eyes see 2 sunsets in one day.
With love, Houston.
Debbie.